Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, fellow noobs, to the first iteration of the all-new NuubCast. That's right, this is Blomus. We are on Metalopolis, and we are in the midst of a PvP between Cannon Fod, which I believe he wants his name to be Cannon Fodder, his opponent, Dreadnought. This is a PvP for the ages, I think. I could be confusing it. I seem to remember the positions being completely different the last time I looked at... Or wait, no. I don't remember. Whatever the case, we're watching this PvP here. And we're going to see what goes on. But before we even think about that, as you can see, there are several new things happening here at NuubCast. Obviously, the first thing we have to mention is that kick-ass intro that you saw. I did it for this video. We'll probably see it for the next video, but if it takes what it has taken for me to add that 4-second clip to the beginning of my videos, then it's not going to be around very long, because unless I find a better, faster way to do it, kiss it goodbye, because I'm not spending another hour of friggin' rendering time to add 4 seconds to a frickin' video clip. F that crap right there. I'm not even going to say anything else about it. But it's a pretty dang cool intro, and I really want to give a thanks to Jack McIntyre, aka SkopeySC2. You can find him on Twitter at SkopeySC2, SKOPEYSC2. Young gentleman from the United Kingdom, trying to make his way in the design field, specifically working in esports right now. Did some work for In Control, looking to land a job with EG, so I'm going to give best of luck to Jack. He is not only responsible for that kick-ass intro that you just saw, but also the new artwork that is adorning the YouTube channel, the NuubCast YouTube channel, as well as my Twitch TV site. So I want to give super duper thanks and shouts to him. You may also notice my nifty new overlay here. I have made about 10 of these, just jerking around, screwing around, and wanted to throw those in. Probably going to change due to matchup. I've got a bunch of different cool overlays made from, you know, various cool backgrounds and things like that. So looking forward to that. This PvP is going very standardly, so there isn't too much to say about it. What I should say about this matchup before I continue to say anything else about what is new here at NuubCast is it's a PvP, but Dreadnought is a bronze player, I believe, with a fair amount of certainty, and Cannon Fodder is a gold player. Just want to get that out there now so we see. Both players appear to be opening with some 3-gate. Is this also 3-gate? Yeah, some 3-gate opening on 1 gas. Both play. I mean, you look up here and their builds are practically identical. So, all that to say, Zella gonna kill a probe, which is on hold position. Not even gonna run away. Wow, quickly dies. So yeah, the other things you might notice, just simply looking at the screen, I got a new monitor. Not that you can see that I have a new monitor, but the new monitor allows me not only to have 2 monitors, but it is a new aspect ratio, 16:9. So as you can see, no longer, if you happen to have a 16:9 monitor, you no longer have to look at those unsightly black bars on the side. And if you have a 16:10 monitor and are still watching full screen to get that full picture without the black bars, then nothing really has changed for you except a little bit more, you know, you've got the black bars on the top and bottom, but that's not going to change your view of the show at all. Both players dropping Nexi at their natural I thought that I watched this game and learned quite a bit from it. Not learned, but wanted to teach quite a bit from it. But as this game plays out, I'm thinking that I watched a different game or something. Both players, we got cannon fodder with a couple sentries, few stalkers, and zealots up at the top of his ramp, and similar composition coming down from Dreadnought. I'm gonna have to see how this plays out. I'm somewhat confused to how things are. There's a first engagement here. Guardian shield going up. Cannon fodder with the greater zealot numbers, and so likely to have greater success against Dreadnought's composition here. It's just a fact of the matter, zealots are going to be much better in the matchup at this stage of the game without blink. Without blink, zealots are going to crush your stalkers all day long. To see lots of stalkers back here at home for Dreadnought. If we look at the supply, though, cannon fodder is up by about 7 supply, just having warped in a few more units. It looks like he is going to want to pressure here. Or, no, he's just separating out his units. Never mind. He's going to send this weakened zealot either out to the tower or over to his opponent's base to check things out. We see both players adding their gases. Only one over here for cannon fodder, and 3 more gases over here for Dreadnought. We'll see if he pops some probes in there or not. The very last thing that's new for NuubCast is we're no longer limited to 720p. You may now choose, if you wish, to view in full 1080p gloriousness. And looks like Dreadnought is looking to move out again. Actually, he's pulled ahead in supply. I want to take a quick look at the units. He's got 1 extra probe, 1 extra zealot, 1 extra stalker. So I imagine that as soon as his opponent does a warp in, that's going to change. Here, cannon fodder moving around the outside, and his zealot's going to see these units come by, so he's going to have to run back. Dreadnought has a slight, again, just a 1 food advantage, now 2 food, and things are pretty simple now. We have cannon fodder getting that armor upgrade and a weapons upgrade, and Dreadnought just now starting his level 1 weapons, so we must surmise then, yes, cannon fodder has the double robo. Now, when you're looking at what is pretty much identical builds, that right there is going to be the winning factor. You can almost guarantee it. 3rd base going down for Dreadnought over here at the 3rd. Both of these players macroing up like crazy. I mean, not much else going on. Dreadnought adding a 5th and 6th gateway. How many gates over here? Still running on 4 is cannon fodder, so he is going to find himself getting further and further behind, only behind by 4 food at the minute. But as soon as these other gateways come up and Dreadnought is spending, Dreadnought, the gold player, seems to be spending better than cannon fodder, the gold player. I hope I have that right. I hope I'm not swapping these guys around. But again, this is what's going to be the real big difference. If cannon fodder decides to attack once those upgrades finish, with Dreadnought having only 1 of the upgrades, then Dreadnought is going to find himself in a terrible predicament. Finally dropping down that 2nd forge, but maybe too late. Neither, well, we do have a Twilight Council down for cannon fodder, and he's going to be able to get his two upgrades, adding his 4th, his 3rd gas now, not even 4th gas, only 3rd gas. And now we see cannon fodder taking a little bit of a food lead. That means, okay, here's the warp in that I was waiting for. Lots of zealots for Dreadnought. Now he is +1 on attack. Cannon fodder +1 and +1. Finishing up his third base. Dreadnought's third base getting saturated. 2 more gates. So we're looking at 8 gateways against 4. There's no more gateways added on yet for cannon fodder. This is going to be problematic. Now you see they have the same amount of resources nearly, but just remember, cannon fodder is not mining from this base yet, while Dreadnought is completely mining from his minerals here at his third, and so he's spending more money as well. But amazingly, he's not really getting that much higher in the food. Both players have Twilight Councils up, +1 armor and +2 attack down for Dreadnought, and cannon fodder getting the +2/+2 on his forges. Now, this is getting to be a little bit turtly. We had that early engagement, and now both players are just completely sitting back and macroing like crazy. And normally I'd be starting to get a little pissy, but it looks like they're about to engage, so I'm going to let this run. Now, this is bad. So many zealots in the back. Yeah, he's trying to get him out front, which is exactly what you want to do. But once again, we got guardian shields up all over the place, force fields going around like crazy. These are actually good force fields by cannon fodder, and he's splitting up Dreadnought's army really well, and that's going to allow him to take huge huge advantage in the battle. And he's still got a lot of zealots up front, whereas almost all of Dreadnought's zealots are dead. And as you can see, wow, huge zealot warp in by Dreadnought, but too late. And this is actually, I think cannon fodder probably could have kept pushing there. But he didn't. He pulled back, and now he is definitely going to be 2-2. He's getting 3-3 now, just completely dominating on these upgrades. I'm totally having deja vu. I feel like I've cast this game before. I don't know. Maybe not. But Blink going down for cannon fodder. More upgrades going down for each player. Is this +3? Yeah, +3 weapons, +2 armor. So Dreadnought trying to catch up here on the upgrades, but you can't ever really catch up. This cannon fodder getting a 4th base. Very interesting. Charge is finished for both players. Oh, this is going to be bad. Stalkers are all in the back, and he's not going to get that. He's going to get 1 stalker kill. A couple zealots going to die here, and my sound is going to sputter out. What the crapulence. This is an excellent, if you find yourself in close by air positions, this is excellent right here. Cannons across the, as many as you, if you have extra money, go ahead and drop a bunch of cannons down here, because any kind of engagement that's going to happen near your base, you're going to have a huge advantage with these cannons. Just a little bit, I mean, maybe this is too many, but really not bad at all for cannon fodder. We see Dreadnought with a increasingly large food lead, almost up to well, I guess about 13 food right now. He does have more gateways. Now he's got, cannon fodder now has 8 gateways on 3 bases, and we've got 3, 7, 8, 9, 11 gates for Dreadnought. And this is, personally, I think he's got it right. Oh no, but Dreadnought's not paying attention, so these zealots are going to come in. They're going to totally wreck his zealot force with the higher upgrades. And now Cannon Fodder Zealot's going to have just a walk in the park, just going to crush these Stalkers, and there is no way. Dark Shrine now just finishing up for Dreadnought, so if he wants, he's going to be able to warp in a ton of DTs, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And as far as I know, there is no Robo at all for Cannon Fodder, though he does have cannons, so if Dreadnought decides to push with all these DTs, he's going to be sad. Definitely going to be sad. And I mean, he just doesn't. He's foolishly pushing over here with this group of units. He's so far behind in food and really needs to catch up. Can't do it all with DTs. I mean, these guys really should be teching to robotics at this point. I mean, they need some Immortals or some Colossus or even some High Templar or something. Archons. I mean, you usually don't see, and now still, DTs are grouped in the middle here. He's got so many DTs, they can do so much damage, but they're nowhere nearby, so they can't actually engage the army. And here, once again, where the cannons are going to come in into play really well, DTs are killing units, but now they come into this vision, and now they're all dead. For some reason, my sound keeps cutting out again. More DTs getting warped in over here. Going to be some kind of saving grace here at the moment, because there is no vision over here for Cannon Fodder. So these DTs are going to be very, very effective. They're going to be able to kill a lot of units. I mean, it's already, damage is already done at this point, so I mean, it doesn't even matter that all these DTs are done, all these Zealots are going to die. He's killed all of these drones, or I'm sorry, all the probes are dead. And Cannon Fodder, though, still not getting any Robo or Observer. I mean, he's going to need vision if he wants to win this game. You know, the whole idea is to kill your opponent's stuff. And if there's a bunch of DTs, I don't care how good you are, you're never going to be able to do it. Unless you have some kind of detection. There's the Robo. Robo going down for Cannon Fodder. Where is he putting it? Where'd you come here, little Robo? There you go. And this game is starting to drag. Luckily, there's only a few minutes left. I mean, it was dragging anyway. There was so much I wanted to say about this game, but when I was loading it up, I thought it was a different game. So I have to apologize. I haven't really been doing any kind of critiquing other than, pardon me, talking about upgrades and I guess unit composition. I mean, both these guys stayed on. Now, obviously, this is not a ladder match. This is apparently Cannon Fodder and Dreadnought are cousins. Dreadnought is Irebeth's brother, if you remember Irebeth. And Cannon Fodder is their cousin. Take a sip of my tasty beverage while Dreadnought kills some Stalkers. Both of these players now... Oh, no. Dreadnought's still only on 2 armor. And the food very even now. And we see Cannon Fodder getting another base, trying to get saturated on his 4th here. Everything else going along swimmingly for the Cannon Fodder. Dreadnought's still trying to push over here. I don't understand it. He's got a lot of weak units. Really needs to be... what he should have is more pylons around the base so that he can warp in units other than at home, you know what I'm saying? And here come... Oh, that was not the best force fields, but well responded to by Cannon. Oh my goodness, that was brutal. We had some move commands going on here. I like the retreat up to the top of the ramp. I mean, it's not going to help with Blink Stalkers, but you could keep the Zealots out of the fight, but it wasn't a good force field, so things were able to sneak up anyway. And Cannon Fodder should be able to win this pretty easily, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Cannon Fodder warping in more units unnecessarily. But that's going to do it for Dreadnor's armies. He has not resaturated his natural, which is a huge, huge mistake. He's mining at his 4th and 5th, though. 3rd, 4th, and 5th, pretty well saturated. 3rd about to run out. He could just move these guys over back to his natural to finish mining this out. If he so chose. He's not mining any of this gas, and there's plenty of it left. Oh, look at that. Nice use of Chrono Boost on the Gateways Lake. Gotta like that. Another engagement with Zealots trapped behind Stalkers, and they're going to quickly kill the sentries. Zealots of Cannon Fodder, which are more numerous and have better upgrades. Dreadnought still refusing to upgrade to level 3 armor. And this is just, I mean, it's basics. You know, you guys, if you're not checking your opponent's upgrades, like in battles and things like that, or when you scout, you're going to be in trouble. You really need to, you really have to check those out. And Dreadnought finally throwing in the white flag. You know, you got to give the kid credit. He's bronze, going up against the Goldie, and was able to hang with the macro. Was able to hang for most of the game with his you know, with his macro, able to hang with his production, was actually spending a lot better than Cannon Fodder was almost throughout the game. So, you know, you got to give props to Dreadnought. Props were due. The negatives on his game were that obviously he didn't upgrade properly, wasn't checking his opponent for his upgrades, and therefore was not keeping up with his own. No tech switching. I mean, I would have loved to have seen a move to Colossus. Anything, really. Anything. I saw an Archon later, but Archons, man. Archons are baller no matter what composition your opponent has. You know, you can always use Archons. If you have a bunch of DTs and he gets detection, then you make a bunch of Archons. Neither of these guys got a Templar Archive, which I understand. You know, it's you're not looking to use Storm, but you can. Archons are cheaper, I think, as High Templars because they use a lot less minerals, and you can make a butt ton of Zealots. PvP, your best units are going to be Immortals, Zealots, as long as things are on the ground. Immortals and Zealots. You know, the only reason you need to go Stalkers is for Blink, and you can only have to do that if your opponent's doing it. Now with the Immortals crush Stalkers, Zealots crush Stalkers. If you have Zealots with charge, unless the other player has Colossus, then you need those Stalkers with Blink to snipe Colossus. But, I mean, we're talking about ground units, obviously. But, anyway, I hope you enjoy the new accoutrements here at NuubCast. Like I said, we're starting a newness. Would have liked to have had a better game to invite to show you guys this new stuff on. But like I said, I thought my memory of this game was different than the actual game. In any case, macro better guys, and gold player. I think you might have been going easy on your cousin, in which case, don't submit games like that if you know you're going easy. At the end of the day, congratulations to Cannon Fodder. Good job, Dreadnought, for hanging with the Goldie. You should get promoted soon. Hasta la pasta. Keep climbing that ladder, y'all.